You weren't supposed to see that. Anyways, hello, welcome at long last to Pokemon Lilo Legacy. You can just call me Stan. I've been looking forward to this one. Yes, this was made by basically the same team that made Emerald Legacy, which I streamed earlier in the year. Wanted to play this one at some specific point, and I feel now would be the most appropriate of times. Gotta love that old sort of hot garbage bit crushed Pikachu there. Yep, going just for the classic new game. Options, obviously text to fast, battle style to set, earphones. No, we're just gonna go mono. That should be fine. Alright, new game. Select difficulty. Well, this is new right off the bat. Are you sure? Set mode, no items in battle, gym level caps. So, same as Emerald Legacy. Honestly, I feel this would just be my default anyway, so we're just gonna go with this. Play. Oh, this is definitely new for Gen 1 as well. Actually being able to play as the girl. Let's try that out. There he is.
Hello there, welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Prof. Yep, I'm hip. I'm down with the kids. This world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession.
What, so you dissect them or something?
First, what is your name?
Well, at this point you probably already know. The demon that comes when people call its name.
This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. What was his name again? My dementia's acting up again, I'm sorry.
I really gotta feel bad for, good old, Turquoise here, all things considered. It's like, he acts like a bit of a prick in his, when he's, like, 10 years old, and all of a sudden we're given the power to name him whatever we want, so we could just go with some of the classics, like, yes, to think. You had acted up as a kid, and then all of a sudden someone else had the power to just change your name so everybody else could call you something like, that. Or maybe something like, oh yes, for the punishment of acting up as a kid, your punishment is now everyone will call you that. Or even better. Imagine being cursed to walk the earth for the rest of your life with that sort of name. Yeah, but enough joking around though, we're just gonna go with the classic, which is kind of, in all honesty, once having come back from Nippon, I kind of want to go for a more sort of authentic to the Japanese experience. So we're gonna go with this. Shigeru. As was his name in the Japanese version of the anime, as far as I'm aware. Named after none other than Miyamoto himself.
That's right, I remember now, his name was Shigeru. Stent, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. As I shrink you down into a marketable figure.
Ah, here we are, good old Paletone. Playing on the Super Nintendo. Okay, it's time to go. Just imagining, just the possibility of just spending the whole game, just the entire stream just playing on the SNES. Oh yeah, running shoes are a standards. Turn on the PC, withdraw. Obviously just gonna get our good old potion out. Let's see what's going on down here. Hello, mother.
Right, all kids leave home someday.
It said so on television. Do you seriously believe everything you see on TV?
Prof Oak next door is looking for you.
There's a movie. 4 boys are walking on the railroad tracks. I better go too. Ah yes, the... Fairly certain this is supposed to be, Stand By Me. The, oops, wrong side. Obviously in Fire Red and Leaf Green, if you start off as Leaf, instead of Stand By Me, a movie about 4 kids going off to see a dead body, as far as I'm aware. Instead it's The Wizard of Oz, where... I'm sure there's plenty of jokes I can make about that. Something about lead paint. Anyways, Prof. Oak is... Hi, Stan. Shigeru is out of Grandpa's lab. Alright, let's go see what's up at Grandpapa's lab. May as well. Hello, everybody. You're 40 on Pokemon. We were shocked to recently learn about the interaction between a bug Pokemon and poison. Poison is strong against bug types. Did you know? Apparently nobody did back in Gen 1. Seems a bug is no longer strong against poison, however. Huh. Recently finished a paper proving a rumor false. As for the rare ghost type is super effective to psychic types. Ah yes, because the only attacking move that ghost types had in Gen 1 was Lick. Recently finished a paper proving a rumor false. As for the rare ghost types is super effective. Yeah, you just said the same thing anyways. Hello, you.
Yo, Stan, Gramps isn't around. I ran here because he said I had a Pokemon for me.
Well, there's one on the table right here. That's a Pokeball. There's a Pokemon inside. Well, he's not here, so I may as well just, look around a little more. Technology is incredible! My new backpack can store triple the items! It even sorts itself by pressing start. Amazing! The wonders of technology. Amazing Pokemon too, like my new ring shoes? I can get them from in record time. I can't run to Cinnabar Island, but I can see it from here. Is someone serving on a ride-on? Ah yes, good old, meta humor there. Not what I'd expect in all this. Anyways, let's go out here.
Hey, wait, don't go out! Honestly, making me walk all the way here in my old age. That was close. Wild Pokemon live in the tall grass.
As he immediately gets jumped by a little electric rat here.
Oh heavens, I'm still an old man. Still got it, though.
There we go, got random Pikachu.
Whew. A Pokemon can appear any time in the tall grass. Use your own Pokemon for your protection, I know. Here, come with me. I'm gonna drag you to my lab which you just left.
Honestly, where have you been this whole time? Like, you weren't at your lab, you weren't at my mom's house, you weren't at your house.
Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Shigeru, why are you here already? I said for you to come by later. Ah, whatever, just wait there. Look, Stent, do you see that ball on the table? It's called a Pokeball. It holds a Pokemon inside. You may have it. Go on, take it. Hey, Gramps, what about me? Be patient, Shigeru. I'll give you one later.
Prick.
No way, Stan, I want this Pokemon. Shigeru, what are you doing? Gramps, I want this one, but Oh, alright then.
You shouldn't spoil the kid like that, Okido.
That Pokemon is yours. I was going to give you one anyway. Stan, come over here. This is the Pokemon I caught earlier. You can have it. I caught it in the wild and it's not tame yet.
Ah yes, just give me a wild rat off the streets. That hasn't even been tamed yet, unlike the Pokemon you keep safely in your lab. This can only go well. Ah yes, this is going to be our partner for the foreseeable future. A partner that will see us through thick and thin. One who will see us to the end of days, to the ends of the earth. One who we will shape our destiny with together. And as such, it needs a rather momentous name for such a momentous Pokemon. Alright, I guess we're off.
My Pokemon looks a lot stronger.
Sure it does.
Let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on.
Alright. Seriously. I can see why people called you so many names back in the day. You really are a prick. To think I could have had an Eevee, the best starter in the game. Alright, let's see what we got here. May as well just go for the Thundershock. Ooh, we might actually not survive this. Because those tackles are surprisingly potent. Oh wait, I think we're fine, just as long as it doesn't crit. Goodbye. Also, yeah, you'll probably notice that a lot of the Pokemon in this game also have new back sprites, so we don't get chubby Pikachu anymore. Yeah, it's Pokemon Yellow, we finally made it. And an EXP bar as well, hallelujah. And Quick Attack. Yeah, generally speaking, this Romhack was basically designed to be basically the definitive version of Pokemon Yellow with a lot of extra creature comforts, while still trying to retain a lot of the Gen 1 classic identity.
What? Unbelievable, I picked the wrong...
You picked the only Pokemon, you prick.
Okay, I'll make my Pokemon fight to toughen it up. Stand, Gramps, smell you later.
I can't with this guy.
What? Would you look at that? It's odd, but it appears your Pikachu dislikes Pokeballs. You should keep it with you. That should make it happy. You can talk to it to see how it feels about you.
While sounding very, very bit crushed as well. Wonderful. All right, let's get out of here. Back at full health. Surprised Somalis and Grayscale, the Game Boy Color couldn't do that detail. It's like the wonders of technology as well. Look at the Pokemon. It's a convenience store. Ah, yes. This is Japan, so it would be a konbini. Because over in Japan, supermarkets don't actually exist. At least as far as I'm aware, it's just nothing but convenience stores like 7-Elevens and Lawson's. Oh shoot, a rat! Sound chip working overtime there. Yep, that's the classic Gen 1 experience. Working overtime there. Just want to check real quick. Can I actually, No, I don't think I'll be able to showcase the IVs. I'm pretty sure you could, but I think that's just in the later, Legacy titles. Anyways, what have you got to say? After fighting another chicken nugget. Again, just the classic Gen 1 experience, or I suppose in my case the classic Pokemon Go experience. Just nothing but Ratatas and Pidgeys. What have you got to say for yourself? What have you got to say for yourself? Do you know about stat experience? In Pokemon battles, it gains EXP. This EXP is increased stats that the enemy trainers don't have. Pokemon trained from level 5 to level 50 could have the stats of an opponent at level 60. And that's how you're able to defeat the Elite Four. I started the train of Pikachu using the enemy voice instead of a shrill sound like everything kind of Yeah, that was a nice thing to see again in Legends Arceus. Actually making Pikachu seem like a creature in the world rather than just marketable plushie. Then again, with regards to the cries, I always preferred the ones in the stadium games. Sounded a lot more, I suppose, natural to me, I suppose. A lot more like actual creatures. Pokeballs are your weight, you have Pokemon. It's great to see you can carry on Pokemon anytime, Ah yes, they're like monsters that fit in your pocket. Such a novel concept. Yes, heal me up, and hopefully, since we're at the Viridian City Pokemon Center and haven't been swarmed by like 100 Spearows, hopefully this means the Pokemon Center won't blow up this time. I'm surprised that wasn't like a major thing in the anime, just like, second episode in the anime, Viridian Pokemon Center just explodes in a ball of fire. And nobody really seems to care about that. This is like, Officer J's like, whoop, looks like I missed the fireworks, and it's just like, that was a massive terrorist attack. Look like creatures because they're actually moved. Fast forward to Scarlet and Violet, and I guess waiting to encode battle animations. Yeah, well considering every time I have. They don't charge any money either. Ah yes, still have no idea how these places keep the lights on though. You're tired of hurt fading? Hurt or fading? Yep. It's all stuff we've heard before. Wanna know about Pokemon growth potential? That's called diversity value, or DV for short. DV can range from 0 to 15, with the higher being better. DVs reflect the traits of an individual Pokemon. The DV value determines stat variation. Level 100, the differences between 0 and 15 would be 30 stat points. I wouldn't worry about it too much, but you can check by the stats page. So we hold start and then press A on the stats of the Pokemon. Okay. Wow. 0 DVs in special. Clearly this is just a rat we picked off the street. Again, something we're not going to worry about too much here. We're just going to proceed as normal. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? You know Prof. Oak, right? His order came. Would you take it to him? Got Oak's parcel. The shop sells a lot of pearls heals. Gotta love that abbreviation. Shop finally has some potions in stock. Wait, it didn't previously? Oh yeah, and there's also this guy. I'm the fishing guru. I simply love fishing. Do you like to fish?
Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow a rod.
Yeah, we got the old rod here. Fishing is a way of life. Go and land the big one, young one. So yeah, essentially, this is to mostly help with regards to... I can just sort all these. Sort is complete. Mostly just to help with team diversity at the start, so you aren't just saddled with a whole bunch of normal and bug-type Pokemon for going up against Brock. No wonder Eevee almost won the fight. Yeah, exactly. It's just notable disadvantage. I'm sure we're gonna find ways to circumvent that in the future, but for now...
Oh, Stent, how's my old Pokemon?
Oak, what do you mean? You literally just caught this one. Is your dementia really that bad, old man?
You must be as talented as a Pokemon trainer. Don't you have something for me?
Yep, got your parcel.
Ah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thanks, Stent. By the way, I must ask you to do something for me. Gramps! Gramps, my Pokemon has grown stronger. Check it out. Ah, Shigeru, good timing. I need to ask both of you to do something for me. On the desk there is my invention, Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Stent and Shigeru, take these with you.
Ah yes, just threw them out of this from across the room there on the table.
To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't do it. I'm real sick, boys. Lumbago. It's a slow and painful death, my brothers, so I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two, because I sure can't. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. Stan, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell you not to lend you one.
I can't with this guy. Alright, let's just get a move on. Nice run on it. Here, this will help you. Thanks a bunch. You're actually nice, unlike your brother. Yeah, just sort those out. Feel as though I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of the Shigeru start date. Oh, only starting. You're in for a long and winding road, my friend. We're gonna be in it for the long haul with this. Oh, there's the paralysis. Not sure we're gonna be making much use of that here, but regardless, goodbye. Obviously, we're gonna need to go and buy ourselves some Pokeballs so we can actually do some of the catching, as was the original slogan of this game. until Gen 3 when they decided, yeah, that's too hard. We could have just made it so all the Pokemon were available in Ruby and Sapphire, but nah. Nah. That'd be too difficult. Okay, let me just, yeah, just get a stock of a Pokemon. This is just what I usually do. It's fine, there's a Pokemon Center in town. We will be just fine. Alright, first and foremost, I'm gonna go over here and use our old rod. Let's see what we can find in the pond here. It's a bite. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get in the pool. Yay, it's Poliwag. Love the effects. That'll catch most of them depending on the game version. If you know a friend who has the other version, I'll link it. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that here. Naturally, all 151 Pokemon are available in this particular version of the game. Also, yeah, I think Poliwag is going to be doing a fair bit of heavy lifting. Especially once we get to Brock. I mean, saying that, seems to not really be using any water-type moves, so this may take a little bit. There we go, that ought to do it. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain as to whether you can actually hook Magikarp here. I'm suspecting you can't, mostly just because that would sort of devalue getting Magikarp at Mount Moon. One of my friends had a link cable, plenty of people had the version of the game. Oh, there we go, we got Poliwag. The direction of the spiral in the belly depends on the area. It's more adept at swing than walking, which is why we're gonna have it battle on land for the entire game. So let's see, what should I name this Poliwag? That's the first thing that came to mind. Okay, let's have a look at what Poliwag can do. Oh, it really does only have Double Slap. Still, though, pretty good DVs in attack and special. I'll happily take that. Feels real good. I do want to spend a fair bit of time just catching stuff. Also, yeah, fast Pokemon Center, so you can just get right up at him at long last. Hope to see it. Yep, see you later. Alright, let's go catch Rattata and Pidgey, just to fill out the decks. We're probably not going to use them, just since they're here. Honestly, I have no idea how long we're actually going to go for, so I guess we'll just keep going until I decide when is a good time to stop. That seems reasonable. Yes, and the paralysis. You know, one thing that has sort of sprung to mind, actually? Part of me is kind of wondering as to how sort of a more authentic translation of this game would be, like with the actual proper names. Like, obviously, instead of Rattata, it would be, let me just bring up the name here real quick. Shouldn't take too long. Instead of good old Rattata, we would have... Tick, 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 tick. I mean, obviously a lot of them probably make more sense in the context of, Japanese, but I don't know, there's still a fair few names which I still think sound pretty cool when it comes to, the Japanese side, like, obviously Lizardon. Lizardon is a pretty good... Making this the Pokemon sprite art style, some of the designs of trends. Yeah, I think so too. To the point where I sort of feel content to just not bother at all with the 3D games from now on, just stick with just Gens 1 to 5. It's like, I got plenty of Pokemon stuff already, I don't really need any more. I say, just spending an unreasonable amount of money on Pokemon Merch while it was in Japan. yeah, just, it's gotten so bad to the point where I've had to pretty much just get myself an entire new shelving unit just to house it all. I mean, it wasn't too hard to put together, it's just, the fact that it was necessary. Sort of worrying in hindsight. Anyways, here we can find a lot more of the interesting stuff. Like good old Nidoran. You know what? I was going to use, Nidoking for this particular playthrough, but part of me for this particular playthrough, in all honesty, wants to use more Pokemon, which I haven't really tended to use in the past. How was the food in the Pokemon camp? I mean, honestly, I wouldn't really say it was the highlight of the trip, but honestly, all things considered, I was expecting it to be a lot worse. Weirdly enough. Anyways, yeah, we're going with Nidoran female. Mostly because I usually tend to use Nidoking for Gen 1 stuff, so I suppose it's more just to spice things up a little bit more. I mean, I know that Nidoran female is stat-wise pretty much just worse than Nidoking when fully evolves into Nidoqueen, but I'm sure it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I mean, obviously, there's a particular Pokemon on here which I do want to catch for the upcoming Brock fight. First of all, though, let's have a look at stats. Oh, max attack, excellent. And pretty good other stats, all things considered. Alright, there's one Pokemon here which I want to catch. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, there's male Nidoran. Good to see you, buddy. Unfortunately, we're not going to be using you this time around. I mean, we could, but I think for the sake of the playthrough, I kind of want to use other stuff, so hope you don't mind. Got Nidoran. Says Pika and all about. Yeah, exactly. What types do I tend to use? I feel it mostly just varies from game to game, in all honesty. I mean, obviously, water types are probably some of the general best, all things considered. Oh, there's Spearow. Honestly, part of me tends to sort of veer more towards Psychics, in all honesty. Let's say different things the more he likes you. Yeah, exactly. And I think, depending on various things you do in the game, he has also just a lot of different contextual interactions. Because I know there's like a whole bunch of achievements for that on the normal yellow playthrough on RetroArch. There we go, got Spearow. Obviously, there's just still not the one with. There we go, transferred to someone's PC. Not the Pokemon that I'm looking for here. Come on, in your own time. In your own time. I mean, I could probably just grind some XP off of all you. Psychic Respect, I prefer Poison Ghost type, mostly because they're my favorite designs. Yeah, I can definitely sort of respect that, though. Honestly, all things considered, I don't really tend to use a lot of poison types. Probably should. But then again, I already have Nidoqueen for that, so not entirely certain if I'm going to be using any more poison types on the team. I may switch it up. Alright, I suppose I may as well come out with it. In normal yellow, as far as I'm aware, you can find Mankey on this route. I want to get a Mankey. That's the one I'm looking for. Suppose since we're here, I may as well just start leveling up Poliwag as well, since we're here. Since I think I'm going to be using that as well. I think Gen 1 looked pretty weak, maybe I'm thinking about. Well, then again, poison types had to deal with Gen 1 Psychic, so obviously they'd be pretty weak. can get a Mankey before Brock. Yeah, you could in Vanilla Yellow at the very least. Not sure that's still the case here, because honestly, I don't remember most of the details in all honesty. Could be wrong, so it could be just going on a bit of a wild goose chase here. As we are mostly just running into Nidorans. Yeah, I think this could take a little bit. Part of me feels super tempted to just use speed up for this, but I don't think I should. There we go. He's starting to pay off. It's starting to pay off. Slap him. There we go. Level 6. Learn. Ah yes, missed. Only the best moves around here. Doing the G route. Yeah, that would be pretty wild if that was a thing in a Pokemon game, thinking about it really. Just the fact that you aren't allowed to really do much level grinding. I mean, it's still technically the case here considering there is a level cap, but I'm sure you get what I mean. Yeah, at least as far as I can recall, there was a Mankey out here. Could be wrong. I think at the very least we'll try and get the entire team up to level 7, that just being Poliwag and Nidoran here. Alright, let's keep on going. Don't want to fight Gary just yet. Mist, aka Poliwag, is sweating profuse because it needs to return to the water from overheating. That's definitely an interesting way of seeing it. Yeah, let's just keep going. Honestly, the whole ice typing, in all honesty, it's one of those things that really sort of reminds me of Bionicle, where you have your sort of 4 base elements. We have fire, water, earth, and air, and it's just like, no, we need to pad this out a little bit more, so let's just go with ice, which is just a form of water, and rock, which is just earth again. I don't know, I never really got that. Level 3. Alright. You know what, since we may as well just check Nidoran stats as well. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Okay, your stats are worse. Sorry, buddy, you're gonna have to go back in the ball. Put me back in the Pokeball, I'm dying in here. To be Poliwag is suffering. Alright, let's just drop off our excess mons in the PC since we're here. Deposits. Let's get rid of Pidgey. Get rid of Rattata. And get rid of Nidoran. Sorry, buddy. Hunter, is he gonna stay AFK district? Shush. Okay, let's see if we can still find, at least I'm fairly certain you can find Mankey out here. Whatever. More training for me. Oh, so maybe just me, but, the sound chip for this song just sort of reminds me of Flight of the Bumblebees for some reason. Just see a sort of an eternity. I know, just something about that always reminded me of Flight of the Bumblebees for some reason. Our population is never gonna recover from this. I like how growling this game is more musical notes. Yeah, that is certainly quite the interesting creative decision. I must say. I'm starting to think Mankey is not actually on this route. Just going to do a little bit of check-in real quick. Just, mostly just so I'm not wasting my time here. I'm fairly happy still with, the team we have at the moment. I'm fairly certain we can make something work with this bunch. Come on, you can tank this. You need to grow stronger. There we go. Yeah, just going to keep it up a little bit, just whilst I check right here. Just to check that Mankey is actually in this area, so I'm not completely wasting my time. Oh yeah, I should probably switch out actually. Come on, get out of here. With your bit crushed Pika noises. Alright, show me the good stuff. You know what, let's just fight Gary here. Let's just do it. Let me just heal up first. It's just one of the rare... Yeah, exactly. It's just a very, very, very rare encounter. By the looks of it. Okay, that's, just, going through a lot of the checks right here. A lot of the Pokemon in this Romhack have also had their stats buffed, so they're actually semi-usable. There we go, encounters. Okay, so apparently on this route you can't find Mankey, but you can find something else, so I kind of want to keep going until we find that other thing. It's not a Mankey, but it's something a bit more interesting for this point in the game. Or maybe it's... Oh, wait. Just looking at it, I think I may need to check the map real quick, just know where we are. Because I may just be looking in the wrong place. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think I'm just looking in the wrong place. No, wait, apparently you can find Mankey out here. It's just, refusing to appear. No kids is coming. I think this may be a situation where I'm gonna have to come back and find it off stream if this keeps up, but part of me does kind of want to just get on with it. In all honesty, don't want to sit you. I'd rather not see you sitting here waiting for me to just find this particular rare spawn. It's one of those things that I never really find all that particularly interesting viewing. Finally, there you are. Got Mankey. And immediately Nidoran is dead. Next Pokemon, yeah, I'm pretty sure we can just weaken this with a quick attack. Or two. Yeah, definitely want to keep getting Mankey with this particular stretch of the game at the very least. It was also funny because I don't think I've actually used the Mankey line all that much, to be brutally honest, mostly just because generally there are better fighting types in this. Good thing this isn't a Nuzlocke. Yeah. Yeah, we're just going for more casual playthrough here. An agile Pokemon that lives in trees and angers easily will not hesitate to attack anything. Nickname to Mankey? No. Okay, now we've done that, now we can move up north and see some of the more interesting encounters up there. Yes, heal me up, please. I think I'm going up to this point in the game. Yeah, we only have 4, so... Some of the potential encounters up here, I think, are gonna lead to a fairly interesting choice for a more balanced team. No, I in other countries, you have dozens of Pokemon. 20 years I never saw that guy get up. Huh. Not entirely certain as to what. Oh. Just realized, in my hastiness, I completely forgot to do this. You can tell I'm still getting back into the swing of things. There we go, I think. Alright, I guess we're just gonna have to go work off of that. Anyways. I've had my coffee now and I feel great. Sure, you can go through. I'm sorry I was so rude to you. I see you're using the Pokédex. I'll show you how to catch Pokemon as my apology. I mean, I already caught myself a good handful of Pokemon, old man, but okay. Not entirely certain, actually, if this old man can still trigger the missing no glitch. That didn't work. I may be losing my touch. You know, it's just a strong Pokemon. Apparently, if you hold start while pressing A on stats, you can check a Pokemon's growth potential. So yeah, apparently he can't fail to catch that. What point of this is the guy is scripted to fail? I don't know, I think it is still kind of random in all honesty. Anyways. Let's go up to Route 2, see what we can find up here. Throat's still dry. More Pidgeys, alright, level 8. Alright, looks like free XP to me. Oh yeah, that's right. I think also a lot of the moves have been changed here a fair bit. I think it's mostly apparent here with Pidgey in the fact that Gust is now actually a flying type move. As opposed to in Gen 1 normally, where for some reason it's just a normal type move. It's just, it feels like in vanilla Gen 1, 90% of all the moves in the game are just normal type. And then you only just have your sort of specialty attacks. Also, can I please land a hit? Please? Yeah, there you see, it's not very effective, it's flying type. Alright, finally, get out of here, stupid bird. You make me look bad. Booga booga booga. Alright, let's see what else is here. Feeling okay? Yeah, just got a bit of a dry throat. Something that we were dealing a whole lot with back in Nippon, where we just constantly had to be raiding the various vending machines we found all around the place. Also, yeah, thanks for learning my attack, you prick. Alright, let's see how good Mankey's attack actually is. Okay, I think I may need to switch back to Pikachu. Sprite Tornado. Yeah. This is kind of cute, actually. This little dinky tornado. As reminds of the most powerful Pokemon in general was Tauros with Blizzard with special defense. Yeah, exactly. Special defense wasn't a thing here. In fact, just special was just one stat entirely, which is why Slowbro and Mewtwo were so unbelievably powerful. I mean, saying that, I'm fairly certain actually in terms of Gen 1 competitive, Slowbro isn't, at the very least at the very tip-top compared to basically the big three of Snorlax, Chansey, and Tauros. Like, the big three where only really one of them is still relevant nowadays, and even then, you're still probably better off using Blissey. Because of the heavy-duty boots. Because there is no such thing as power creep in Pokemon. It's like, remember when Tauros was actually a good Pokemon? Pepperidge Farm remembers. I suppose it's a good way of saying it. It's like, I'm so old, I can actually remember when Tauros was a good Pokemon. Which would be basically just before Gen 4. Yeah, it just really feels like I'm in for the whole classic Pokemon Go experience here. Just nothing but Rattatas and Pidgeys. Also, fairly certain Poison Sting got buffed, so its damage is actually decent. Yeah, there you go, see? Because that's one of the main things this game, I think, tried to address, is that, in Vanilla Gen 1, a lot of the, Pokemon didn't really have all that good learn sets, and a lot of the moves were fairly underpowered, so basically just to, sort of bring it more in line with later games, a lot of the moves have just been buffed. I think it's more easily showcased with the poison types, because of course, Sludge Bomb doesn't exist, so basically Sludge has just been buffed to effectively take its place, and everything else has just been buffed as well accordingly. Yay, there we go, Buck Poison, which isn't actually all that good in this gen. It's fine though, it's fine. It just means that you're merely delaying the inevitable. The official stance is power creep is not a thing in Pokemon. Please do not acknowledge all the pruned moves and Pokemon. Yeah, exactly. Everything's fine. Everything's fine in regards to competitive. I should probably switch out, actually. Let's get Mankey some experience as well while we're at it. Probably a bad... Yep, that was a bad move. That's another thing, actually, with regards to Gen 1, is that I'm fairly certain that the AI can read your mind. In that, if you switch, the AI just automatically just goes for the move which is best for that particular situation. Which is kind of annoying. Okay, let me just go revive Mankey again and we'll, who knows, maybe this stream we might actually beat Brock. Wouldn't that be something? Thinking with regards to, off-stream stuff, I may just save, catching a lot of the extra Pokemon off-stream, and just, going for more sort of the, you know, nice casual playthrough for the rest of this. Just, I want to showcase off a lot more of the interesting encounters here, because I think, these early routes are really the best place to really sort of showcase that. Mankey needs more fights as well, especially if he's going to be going up against Brock. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, just nothing but Nidorans. Really, it's just the classic Pokemon Go experience. That's like my only joke at this point. Just like Rattata, 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 Pidgey, Pidgey, Nidoran, Rattata, Pidgey, 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 Rattata, Rattata, Rattata. Let's give some more XP to Poliwag as well while we're at it. Who knows, at this point maybe he might actually learn Bubble at once. Eventually. Yeah, it seems a little bit sad that, Double Slap is doing more damage than Mankey is. There we go, soon to be level 8. Feels as though we're gonna be going through this a lot, just constantly going through a lot of mediocre encounters that we've already been through before getting to the actually interesting stuff. Because there is some interesting stuff on this route per se. You just need to find it. Oh, that ain't good. I think Poliwag may be about to meet his end. Or the AI can just be a bit of a dumbhead. Alright. I'll take your mistake on hand. I'll take your mistake on the cheek. Goodbye. And there we go, level 8. Let's see, is there anything else interesting on this route? Aside from just nothing but Pidgeys again. Really gotta love that RNG, huh? Get out of here, you. I got more interesting Pokemon to try and find on here. There we go, level 8. Learn Thunder Wave, heck yeah. Now we're getting places. Still nothing but Nidorans. Isn't this just the most interesting encounter table you've ever seen? It's so interesting that I kind of feel compelled to just do that. There we go! There we go! Finally an interesting encounter. We found Vulpix. Yes, you can find Vulpix on this route now. So you can basically just start the game off with a fire type. Assuming you can eventually find it, though. Just going to quickly go for... Oh yeah, gotta love that Thunder Wave noise as well. Just so much hot garbage noises. Okay, looks like Vulpix is the only sort of interesting encounter on this particular route, so... guess we'll just catch this. And add it to the roster. I guess the power of, not so much mods, just more sort of the power of super speed, which I didn't really want to resort to, but I think for less interesting parts of this, I do feel compelled to just do it. Tails are beautiful. As it grows, the tails split off and form more tails. Let's have a look. Vulpix. You're probably gonna be just remaining a Vulpix for most of the playthrough, so... let's have a look. Also, yeah. All the Pokemon here also get their own sort of unique menu sprites as well. Okay, we'll call you Rokon. And there we have it. That's gonna be our team for the time being. We should probably just check Vulpix real quick. Oh, that's not good at all. Again, the game stresses for us not to worry about it too much, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much, and just, hope that this particular Vulpix can, or should I say Rokon, can pull through to the end. In that part of... okay. Both level 5s, I'm gonna put you at the front. Wait, does Vulpix actually have any good moves at this point? Okay, it has Ember. That's good enough for me. Oh, and of course I come across another Mankey when I don't need to. Wonderful game. Alright. I'm right here, Shigeru.
Hey, Stan, you going to the Pokemon League? Forget it, you probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger?
Let's find out, shall we? What about you? With only 2 Pokemon as compared to my 5. Pitiful. A pitiful display, I tell you. Okay, this might not actually end well, but we will try nonetheless. We will try. As here you are just constantly spamming Leer whilst I instantly just try to go for damage. Is this gonna one-shot me actually? Oh yeah, that does a fair bit of damage. Alright, Nidoran. Let's do Nidoran next. Since that's, it won't get instantly murked by Spiro's Peck. Get out of here, you. Leer is super effective against my tinnitus. Well, get used to it. We're gonna be full... This whole playthrough is gonna be full of such wonderful noises. Alright, and there's your Eevee. Just gonna growl it real quick. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you nerf me and my stats, I can just switch. But you're at a permanent, basically, attack drop there. You know, let's bring in Pikachu for this. Oh, Pika. Run away. There we go, now you are at my mercy. I want you to apologize for all the mean things you said to me, as I casually just spend my sweet time pecking away at your Eevee, like it's Prometheus being tied to the rock, being pecked at by birds. Or Andromeda waiting for the sea monster to come and eat her. No mercy. Yeah, exactly, no mercy. Fully paralyzed. Get out of here, you. Grew to level 8. And learned Bite, hooray. I'm fairly certain that Bite is just still normal type in this because Dark doesn't exist yet. Defeated Shigeru.
Aw, you just lucked out. Heard Pokemon League has many tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. I'll need to get stronger. You should quit dawdling and get a move on.
Hey. Don't tell me I've been dawdling this whole time when I've been trying and failing to catch a Vulpix and a Mankey. Honestly, the nerve of this guy. Yeah, after playing a lot of Crystal Clear during my Japan holiday, just feels like a real force of habit just rely on the speed up, which I don't really want to do here, mostly because it's will probably do more damage to your ears, fellow viewers, but I may be forced to. You have room fighting at new kinds of Pokemon. Look for other types outside of Viridian Forest. Going to Viridian Forest, be careful, it's a natural maze. Ah yes. It's completely identical to Santaloon Forest. Came here with some friends, we're out for Pokemon. We're out for fights. Fights in the forest. Ah yes, I do have a Pikachu actually. How could you tell? I mean, obviously there's the whole, special encounter here via glitch where you can get yourself like a level 100, Nidoking or Gengar, but we're not going to be doing that this time around. I kind of want to just go for more standard, standard adventure this time around. As I'm just casually whittling this poor Nidoran's health down. I don't think I actually checked Mankey's stats, actually. I should probably do that. As these attacks don't seem to be doing all that much. I was expecting a lot more out of you, Mankey. Yeah, that's it. It's like even Vulpix, with its low special, is just doing so much more damage than Mankey. It's kind of sad. Anyways, get out of here, you. Level 7. And there we go, also gets quick attack. Excellent. Alright, let's just check Mankey's stats real quick. Okay, so attack isn't too terrible, but everything else is. Oh boy. Seem awfully chipper, don't you, Pikachu? Not sure what you're smiling about. Especially when we have so much training to do in order to best Brock. The forest theme is scary for you? I can kind of see that, especially with the Fire Red Leaf Green version. Suppose it's just the suspense behind it, isn't it? The idea of just being lost and alone in this dark forest. Full of giant insects. Let's see what kind of giant insects we can find. Oh. Even here, I'm being inundated by Pidgeys. Not sure what the deal is, in all honesty. Still, though, the levels are here quite high, so may be able to take this opportunity to grind out some more levels, which I'm definitely gonna need for Brock. Actually, since we're here, kind of want to just there we go. That looks a little bit better. Get out of here, chicken nugget. I'm here for the interesting stuff. Like good old Caterpie. Everybody loves a Caterpie. Except, of course, for Misty. Because it really feels as though just... Honestly, I don't really get it. I mean, I guess just the fact that it's a giant caterpillar, but... This particular caterpillar is kind of adorable, in all honesty. Just don't really see how you could be scared of this specimen. Weedle, I get, because, you know, giant horn in its head can poison you. That makes sense. Caterpie, not as much. Honestly, just seeing Caterpie here just sort of reminds me of this sort of made-up competitive format for Gen 1, which is just like the 6 worst Pokemon in the game, and I think it was something like Magikarp, Caterpie, Weedle, Metapod, Kakuna, and Ditto. Just that was your team. Those are the only 6 Pokemon you could use in the format. And obviously the best Pokemon in the tier were like Kakuna, I think, and yeah, basically just Kakuna. Because aside from that, Caterpie couldn't really do much, or Metapod, for in all honesty, just... Honestly, I think the best Pokemon in that format were mostly just, Kakuna and Weedle, mostly just because of poison. And even then, poison isn't even that good in this game. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna be in it for the long haul with Mankey here. Especially going up against all these Pidgeys. Yeah, let me just grab this real quick. Another Monster Ball, and I'm gonna just go back and... How many times are we gonna have to do this, Mankey? I want you to be strong so you can do some cool stuff, but you're not really helping here. To the point where I'm having to use my time powers in ways that probably have adverse side effects. Oh, here we go. It is... I completely forgot you can actually find Oddish in here. It's like, finally, a forest with grass types in it. Who would have thunk it? So yeah, we're just gonna pick up Oddish real quick here, because in all honesty, I haven't actually used Oddish all that often. And of course you get poisoned. Yeah, it is kind of weird in hindsight that you don't find any grass types in this forest. It's mostly just bugs, and I also kind of find it weird that knowing that this is basically just Japan, that in terms of bugs they went with just butterfly and bee, and not some cicada and mosquito, which are like the two, from my experience, two most common insects you find in it. I mean, I suppose there are the giant sort of Asian hornet things which we came across occasionally. There's these massive just bees which we constantly came across, which didn't really want to stick around to see what would happen if I got stung by one. Let's have a look at what Oddish has on offer. Okay, so actually pretty good stats, all things considered. And just poison powder. Let's bring Oddish up to the front. It's like already before Brock, we have a fairly well balanced team. We could probably make it to the end of the game with this lot if I tried hard enough, but I kind of want to try using different things this time around. So I may end up switching some Pokemon out. Like I can especially see Vulpix going, because fire types in general aren't exactly all that good in Gen 1. Okay. I'm fairly happy with the team we've assembled, so let's just... Oh, we're gonna have another problem child with Oddish, aren't we? Come on, game, work with me here. I'm trying. You're not exactly making this easy for me. And there we go. Oddish actually got some experience there. Okay, potion. Just so we don't have to go back almost immediately. And all right, let's get to tackling this forest properly. Oh, hey, Weedle. May as well catch you as well. Run out of Pokeballs, catch Pokemon. You should carry it. Yes, you probably should.
Let's battle him! Let's battle Pokemon!
Alright, let's see what you got. Hopefully you'll make this interesting for me. It's a Caterpie! Yay! I don't think there's any way Oddish can really lose this. At least I think. Don't want to put too much stock in the poison, though. Yeah, you fool. String Shot has no effect on me in this particular circumstance, as I'm already slower than you. And that will prove to be your undoing, because I am just whittling away at your health whilst you spend your turns meaninglessly lowering my speed. You fool! That's what you get. Oh, already to level 7, wow. That was quite the jump. Okay, Mankey, can you please actually contribute? Yeah, that did a worrying amount of damage, actually. Can we tank another hit? Yes, we can. Couldn't even 2-hit KO, man. I've already anchored to the ground, for I am a root vegetable. Yeah, exactly. It's like you cannot slow, which is already immobile. Let's try a bite, actually. Let's see how effective bite is, because yeah, still normal type. I think there was debate on making this a ghost type move, so it's worked the same as it did in Gen 2, but yeah, it makes sense they just decided against that. Fall! And there we go. Feels as though levels are coming along fairly nicely. Canopy can't cut it. Yeah, exactly. He only has, like, teeth suitable for munching on leaves. Okay. I'm gonna put Mankey up front so we can at least try and contribute. Mank Tank. Oh, and of course, the first thing we come across is a Pidgey. Wonderful. It's like the game kind of hates me. It's like the game is resenting me for actually catching Mankey. Jeez, this thing can even this thing can even tank a Thunder Shock. Yeah, I definitely don't want to mess with that. Starting to think this route was probably not the most well-advised. Come on, surely. Surely you can beat a Weedle. There, you see? Nothing to it. You can do it if you really try. All you have to do is set your mind to it. What about you, sir?
Yo, you can't just jam out if you're a Pokemon trainer.
I don't see why not. Ah yes, Metapod. The epitome of defense. This is going here for maximum hardness, Metapod. Except, of course, we have a way of getting around Metapod's hardened antics. Burn it! It doesn't matter, you're still going down anyways. Get out of here, you. Alright, can we fight? Still no new moves. Wonderful. Died to this bot 8 times? How? Excuse me, just not entirely certain how you'd struggle so much with an area like this, in all honesty. Maybe it's just me being, old and sort of out of touch, but I don't know. Alright, that's enough out of you. Ran out of oh, you only just noticed. You only just noticed that you ran out, huh? Alright, yeah, fairly happy with the team as is. Let's just, let's just keep trucking. Potion. How you feeling, Pikachu? Okay, just fairly neutral by the looks of it. Another Oddish. Nice to see that those are still hanging around. Let's just... I'm fairly certain you can deal with this, surely, Mankey, surely. Surely. There you see, you can do it. Maybe it's just Mankey had confidence issues this whole time. He's mad because he's, he doesn't have faith in his abilities. And I guess my mission here is to just try and change that a little bit. Here's hoping that Mankey can at the very least... Oh, that was a crit. Yeah, here's to hoping that Mankey can at the very least best this Caterpie. Because it would be a sad day if it couldn't. The very Irish Black Sea likes... I think there may be something I'll have to check once we're out of the fight here, actually. Hold up. Let me just delete this Metapod real quick. I don't think this is suitable for general audiences, just watching this boog get absolutely roasted. After all I did. Let's have a look at Oddish. I'm not really seeing it. Let's put Oddish back up front. See what happens. More Weedles. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it. Excuse me. Again, just still getting used to GMT as opposed to time over in Nippon. Definitely glad I took the day off in order to help sort of recuperate after that, because yeah, yesterday I was pretty much just wiped out after the whole train journey. Just starting to think maybe the Sonic GT stream was a bit of a mistake, but what's done is done.
Hey, wait up, what's the hurry?
Wait, is this the guy I think it is? Is this who I think it is? Bug catcher. Oh, Pincer, yeah. So this particular fight is based on the samurai fight in the anime. In that he has a pincer. And I'll just say that particular guy, screw that particular samurai guy, just trying to jump you whilst you're trying to catch a Pokemon. This is like... If I were in that situation and he'd started berating me for my poor skills, I would have just socked him in the face, in all honesty. It's like, I didn't ask for you to come up and challenge me to a fight. I was in the middle of something. And you just decided to interrupt me in order to showcase just how grandiose you are. Not so grandiose with a broken nose on the ground, are you? Maybe you'll think twice before trying that on other people. Pretending to want to try and murder them with a samurai sword. What's wrong with you? There we go, we got Leech Seed. Really going for sort of like all the dots here, I'm noticing, with Oddish. Oh yeah, and there he is, there's his Metapod going for maximum hardness. Alright then, we'll just settle in for the whole rigmarole, because it's like, this is how I get past all your defense. It's just dots. And meanwhile, I get to heal off of your misfortune. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, maximum hard. Because for some reason they thought just having a harden off was a good idea. I mean, obviously that's the only thing Metapod is really known for doing, but still. Why would you commit to just going +6 into harden? I don't really get it. There we go, get out of here, you. And I'm back up to full health, wonderful. Get over here, samurai. You're good at this, yes. I should certainly hope so. I've been doing this for like 20 years or something. Possibly longer than that. Training tips: if you want to avoid battles, stay away from grassy areas. And here we are, good old Pewter City. Or is it actually called Pewter City? Let me just check. I'm fairly certain the name is different. Obviously, in Japan, they all had different names. Let's see, we have here... Text is very small here. Nibi City. N-I-B-I. You can win only using Metapod? No. No. Very much no. A Pikachu. Oh no, he's in a coma. So it was a wonderful. They heal Pokemon completely, even conditions like sleep, burn, poison, and others are cured. Yes, wonderful. Particularly sick Pokemon get drowsy. You know what? Part of me kind of wants to see if we can win just with this team. I'm kind of curious in all honesty. So, let's go challenge Brock real quick. Let's go fight Takashi.
Oh yeah, I can tell what you have it takes to become a Pokemon champ. I'm no trainer, but I can tell how you have what... I would take you from the top. Alright, here's what's happening. Brock's lead is Geodude. Offense driven and can throw rocks with high accuracy. His Onix is all defense. Watch out for its bind. It'll be tough for your Pikachu in this gym. Electronics are harmless to Brock's ground-type Pokemon.
Oh yes. In the ground gym as opposed to the rock gym. You're still light years from facing Brock. I don't know, I can see him like a few meters away. Alright, let's see what you got. A mere Diglett. This really is a ground gem. Alright, Leech Seed. I will admit, this does sort of remind me a little bit of one scene from early on in the manga, actually, when Red is facing off against the Gyarados, and he just opts to use Leech Seed. And I'm just thinking, I really do kind of wish that the series went for more of an art style like we saw in the manga. Where a lot of the designs felt a lot more, I suppose, monstrous, really. Come on, Mackie, can you... I'm sure you can deal with this Diglett. He's probably gonna fall over this turn. Just make sure you don't. That's it. Yeah, I think with Oddish, I think we're pretty much set to just completely walk through this gym. Sandshrew. Yeah, this really is just a ground gym. So much for being the master of rock types, huh? When It really does feel as though rock type in this game is really kind of superfluous. Considering it seems as though ground type really does a lot of the heavy lifting here. Especially considering all the rock types in this game, aside from, I think the fossils, are all just ground types anyway. Mostly just thinking in terms of Rhydon and Golem. Stand one of the remake, let's go, you can't fight him in defense, you don't... I will admit I've never actually gone through, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It's like I played the demo for it on the Switch, and I could feel my soul leaving my body. And I figured, you know what, I've already played this on my Game Boy and my Game Boy Advance. I don't think I need to go through this again, so I just decided not to. Kinda glad about that decision, because I think I'd happily rather play this than, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Especially considering with Eevee. Arguably the best starter in the whole series. And yet, it doesn't capitalize on its main strength, that being evolution. Make it make sense. There we go. Darn. Light years isn't time, it measures distance. You're only now figuring this out, my man. Honestly. What are they teaching in school nowadays? Oh wait, that's right, nothing. Okay, let's just heal up again, and we'll, try our luck against Brook. I'm sure this can only go so well. Oh, so many songs in this game are such earworth. Anyways, hey Takashi. I'm Takashi. I'm Pewter Gym's leader. I believe in rock-hard defense and determination. Is that an Undertale reference? That's why my Pokemon are all the rock type. Do you still want to challenge me? Fine then. Show me your best. Oh boy. Oh dear. There he is. There's Takashi. Leading off with the dude. He's talking about the dude here. Anyways, let me just put you on a timer real quick. Yeah, it's like even with that tackle, it seems as though you can hardly do any damage to me. It's kind of sad, really. There's the rock throw. Okay, that did a fair bit of damage. A fair bit. Let's see, what Pokemon do I want to throw in here for a little bit more experience? Yeah, let's just go with Mankey. I mean, honestly, just generally just want to keep Oddish alive, just to put Onix on a timer as well. Oh, that was a crit. Oh, me is starting to think this is a little bit of a mistake throwing Mankey out into this. But I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm sure I'll be fine. Yeah, just throw out a Leer real quick. Yeah, see, you can tank a rock throw. It's fine. It's fine. The Mank tech is a deuce. Level 11. There we go, level 9. Finally, a fighting type move. Finally, we get low kick. And I'm immediately... Oh, level 12 is the limit here, wow. Okay, also, fairly certain that Onix has basically been, buffed in terms of its stats, so it's actually usable. Oh yeah, and also has Bind. Wonderful. Leech Seed. Come on, come on. I just want to get a leech. Can I negotiate a Leech Seed? Thank you. Mankey realizes he has legs. Okay, let's throw Nidoran into this, I think. mostly just for experience. Because I think you can tank a couple of hits. And all the while, I can just sit here and just spam growl. So close. Okay, that was a crit. Okay, I think I'm gonna risk one more growl. As his health just slowly whittles down to nothing. Okay, I think I can afford to stay in a little bit more. Wait, does Leech Seed also operate through Bind, I wonder? Okay, it does. We could just stay in. Yes, this... Your main attack will be your undoing! I have foiled your plans! Your bind means nothing to me! I am only getting stronger as you waste your turns. Fall! Oh, and Screech as well. Didn't even need to attack that time. Heck yeah, level 10. There we go, defeated Takashi. I took you for granted. As proof of your victory, here's the Grey Badge. Receive the Grey Badge, as I'm fairly certain it's called in Japan, where all the badges in Kanto are color-based, as opposed to thematic-based. That's an official Pokemon League badge. Its bearer's Pokemon become more powerful. The technique Flash can now be used any time. Not that you'd want to use it. Wait, take this with you. Got bide. Not that I'd ever use it. A TM contains a technique that can be taught to Pokemon. A TM is good only once, so when you use it to teach a new technique, pick the Pokemon carefully. TM34 contains bide. Your Pokemon will absorb damage in battle, then pay it back double. Rock solid to start. Excellent. Boulder Breaker. Excellent. Starting. Oh yeah, I also, since I'm doing this on RetroRock, I get all the achievables as well. Not that you can actually see them. Oh, does it? Yep. Away we go. How are you feeling, Pikachu? The same as always, I say. Alright, I think... Let's head into the museum, actually. I didn't spend too much time in museums, aside from the Studio Ghibli one. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got... the Aerodactyl skeleton from Pokemon Heroes. A primitive and rare Pokemon. It's one magnificent fossil. We got Kabutops skeleton. Also from Pokemon Heroes, which can also be one of the forms Missing No takes. We have a space exhibit now. Ah yes, good old space. Meteorite that fell on Mount Moon. Moonstone? Moonstone? What's so special about it? That stone came from the moon. July 20th, 1969! The first lunar landing! I bought a color TV to watch it, even though I'm fairly certain it was in black and white anyway. Considering the cameras they had up on the Apollo 11. Was it the 11? I think it was the 11. I want a Pikachu, it's so cute. So I asked my daddy to catch me one. I'd love to get that strong looking Pikachu off you. Too bad it looks so attached. It's been hard to find lately. Crazy how that worked. And, Space Shuttle Columbia. They actually brought the whole shuttle here. It's crazy. Surprised Nintendo hasn't done a Pokemon museum. I'm fairly certain they might have done, we just haven't been to it. With that being said, with regards to Pokemon stuff, one thing which I've been kind of wondering about is the prospect of holiday plans, because obviously Pokemon's becoming more of a lifestyle brand, so... One thing that I can't help but wonder with regards to that. What if they did holiday plans for, like, going to all the various real-life locations which became inspirations for the games? Like, you could have an entire, like... I mean, I suppose, it would depend on how long it takes, because I imagine just doing, the entire Kanto region in 1 week would probably be a little bit, too short? Maybe 2 weeks? What do you reckon? Because I reckon you can make, like, a whole bunch of different packages as well for, all the various regions. Like, you could have a Kanto package, of course, where you can visit the Kanto region, a Champions package, where you visit both the Kanto and the Kansai regions, which Kansai obviously being Johto, a Unova package, where you go basically all across New York, and a Galar package, where you get stabbed in London. Looked... I mean, I'm not sure why it matters. I mean, apparently we're both girls here. Alright, I guess we're fighting nonetheless. More Pidgeys. It feels as though I'm just swimming in Pidgeys more and more. Good grief. Alright. Get out of here. Seriously, what is it with these Pidgeys being so resilient? It's just that my Pikachu was so bad. Probably. Yeah, let's just go for another Thunder Shot. Of course with the sand attacks. Okay, Vulpix, I think. Can I negotiate an Ember? Can I negotiate an Ember? Okay, there we go. Level 9. Level 10. Me. Hey, you're the one who instigated this fight. I was just here. I was just here minding my own business. You're the one who came up to me and saying that I said something wrong, and when I didn't. Met you in Viridian Forest. Hey, did you just teleport? Or were you just, running over here just to meet me after, whilst I was fighting Brock, per se? Alright, let's see who breaks first. Poliwag or Metapod? Well, there's that Harden, so... In your own time. So exciting. I don't know, for some reason, seeing Metapod use String Shot here, the first thing that comes to mind is just Metapod spewing out, like, silly strings. There we go! Finally, Bubble. I think the funny thing about Bubble, actually, is that, it only has a base damage of 10. Like there, you see? I think the main thing behind this is just so that, Bubble is the only water-type attack you'll have in time for Brock if you're doing this on hard mode. So it's like, yeah, you have a water-type move, but it's not all that good, so at the very least it isn't a complete cakewalk, is, I think, the mentality behind it. It's a shame Vampy don't exist. I'm sure we'll come across Vampy eventually. In another game, maybe. Oh, there's Butterfree. Let's, bring... Yeah, let's just bring Pikachu into this. Probably do a little bit more XP. Again, just again with more of the silly strings. Or maybe the spider strings from Japanese Spider-Man. Honestly, from my whole Japan trip, one thing that's become apparent to me is that I probably should watch some more anime. But obviously I should probably be looking around a lot more for sort of recommendations and whatnot. Yes, I did beat you again. What are you gonna do about it? Cry about it in your own time. Let's do Mankey up first next, because, again, could use some more experience. Oh, it's this guy. He likes shorts because they're comfy and easy to wear. They weren't exactly the best choice for Japan, though, mostly because of all the mosquitoes. One thing that I do appreciate about a good pair of shorts, though, is, I suppose it's not specifically just relegated to shorts, just I like pockets. I like having stuff with lots of pockets. Miyazaki frowning. I'm fairly certain that wasn't even the quote he made, but still. I probably should just look into a lot more of it, because one thing which I have wanted to watch for the longest time is the original Japanese version of the Pokemon anime. Because I've seen... I think all of us have seen, really, a lot of the 4Kids dub of the original runs. So, and I'm kind of curious to see how it plays out in Japan, in Japanese, where a lot of the, I suppose, more cultural jokes make a lot more sense. It's like Nichijou in that way. My favorite anime. Where a lot of the jokes are very sort of Japanese orientated, so they don't really translate all that well into English, because you don't really have the sort of cultural context for them. Like, I think a good one is, the whole running joke about, putting shogi pieces in, like, desserts. This was... Alright, let's see what we got next. Oh boy, got some more bugs here. You gotta love all these early rounds where it's all just early game bug types. You gotta love it. I suppose it's kind of ironic as well, because I've been saying this whole time, oh, I want to use Pokemon that I don't tend to use all that often, but that being said, I'm just still here using, or rather avoiding, just Butterfree and Weedle. They're just sort of that undesirable, I suppose. I mean, saying that, I'm fairly certain that Butterfree is actually pretty good for Brock, mostly just because, Confusion and Sleep Powder, but I don't suppose Butterfree would be as good for this particular Brock fight, mostly because of Rock Throw. One of only 2 Rock-type moves in the entire game, mind you. It really just feels like Rock-type was a bit of an afterthought, thinking about it. It's like, oh yes, we have Ground-type, which has 5 moves, and we have Rock-type, which has 2 moves, and then we have Water-type, which has like 7. Possibly even more. Yeah, it's just stuff like that which sort of solidifies Water-type arguably one of the best in the game alongside Psychic and Normal. I think most people would even go so far as to say Normal-type is the best type in the game, mostly just because Psychic does away with fight. Oh, there we go, Tail Whip. Probably just get rid of that for Growl. Because why not? So exciting. Oh! I mean, if you all have any additional questions about my time in Japan, feel free to ask, because it feels as though we're going to be in for a fair bit of extra time here. And I can actually look at chat this time around. Only 2 Rock-type moves in the whole of Gen 1. Rock Throw and Rock Slide. It's kind of crazy. Also can't help but notice how little money's being paid out here. Actually made... Oh yes, welcome. We were just in the middle of fighting all these low-level trainers. In arguably the most exciting part of the whole stream. Okay. Okay. Let's just throw a need around. Why not? Like the... Oh yeah, the food. There was quite a bit of it. We went on a couple of food tours, actually. Which arguably had some of the best stuff we had. Like, we had some... crab croquettes, I think it was, which were arguably some of the best stuff we had on the whole trip, and it really is one of those things where, for the food tour and arguably the whole trip in general, just that first sort of seafood restaurant we went to with, you know, good sake, good let me just bring in some pictures real quick so I can sort of remind myself, because it has been a little bit. I mean, obviously there was all the airport food. Oh, here we go. Obviously we got sake, which came in the box, and we were told not to actually drink it out of the box like we were Neanderthals. And yeah, we just got some nice like sashimi. We got some tuna. We got some salmon, which was nice. Then of course we got some sushi rolls. The crab meat croquettes, which were especially good. Oh yeah, and I also technically tried natto while I was out there. Well, let's say technically, it was just natto in a rolled omelet, so I don't think it necessarily counts. In the case of just being the absolutely horrendous food experience that it normally is, but honestly, when it came to just eating it in an omelet, I didn't think it was too bad, actually. Just, really quite salty. Which, you know, someone who has eaten Marmite in the past, just generally something that I am quite used to. Let's see, other good highlights. Generally just one thing I've noticed, I'm surprised at just how much I suppose fried food there is over there, just like breaded and fried, like pork cutlets, croquettes, chicken cutlets, all that sort of thing. Gyozas. Oh yeah, the gyozas were also pretty good. We had gyoza a couple of times, including one which was in, like, a crab claw. At least I think it was a crab claw. Oh, no, actually, looking at the picture, it was like a gyoza stuffed in a chicken wing. It's kind of mental, but it was pretty good. And obviously, I've had stuff like, more sort of traditional breakfasts, like, obviously miso soup, and cracking a raw egg into a bowl of rice. Mixing that up, that was pretty good. I think one of the things that I really quite liked from the whole trip in general was just yakitori. Just... Oh, come on, oh. I don't think we necessarily had that, but it does sound pretty good. But yeah, just generally speaking, I feel as though I really sort of take to yakitori quite well. Just flame grilled meats. There's not much there isn't really much not to like. Especially on the chicken side. Just generally, chicken yakitori is just something that I could see myself just having quite frequently. Yes, welcome to the stream, Vel. Unfortunately, the Pikachu is not named after you. We're just talking about Japan foods. And how yakitori is probably one of my favorites, alongside crab croquettes. Well, obviously, whilst we were there, we also had a fair bit of Western-style food, like French toast in Hiroshima, a whole bunch of fried chicken, just... Oh yeah, that's another thing, just... feels as though there was just a whole bunch of areas which are just dedicated to, like, fried chicken, just... Specifically, like, chicken breasts, which had been pounded into, like, a massive flat shape, then breaded and deep-fried. It was... I mean, obviously it was amazing, but still, just... kind of weird that we ended up having it, like, twice. Let's see, other interesting stuff we had on there. Obviously, darn, I don't exist here, that's okay. I mean, technically you do exist, you just, it's just the fact that this particular Pikachu can't evolve, so... Maybe if we ever encounter a Raichu, then maybe I'll, amend that. I think Jigglypuff's on this route as well, actually. Oh, yes. I think, technically speaking, lowest point in terms of, buffet, aside from some stuff we had on the airplane on the way here. The buffet table on Okinoshima. Which, considering it was like the only hotel on the islands, I kind of feel can't really dock too many points for that, considering it had to sort of cater to many people coming to the islands, but I think it was more just sort of going for the boiled shrimp there, which was kind of a mistake. Everything else was fairly serviceable aside from that. Strange seeing Gen 1 text move so fast. Oh yes, just, much more quality of life stuff. Let's see if we can find any more interesting Pokemon here. Timeline with Pikachu didn't team up with Mystery Dungeon. Ah yes, it was the time when he did it. Trying to think of other meal names that we had here, so... I think there was another one where we had all these, like, lean cuts of, I think it was Sukiyaki? I think it was Sukiyaki. I think it's the one which is teamed with, like, Shabu Shabu. We just sort of had all these different sort of vegetables and meats in, like, a pot. And then you had to sort of just sort of cook it yourself. There was a lot of that, actually. Especially with the last sort of evening meal we had there, which was just, where we had like a griddle in which to put all these little pieces of like Wagyu beef on there. Pikachu, Jigglypuff fixed their gonk of a face. Yeah, this is all the yellow sprites, which are actually sort of on model with the artwork. So they don't look completely horrendous. Also, Vulpix is about to die. Ah yes, feel the burn. Burn to the ground, but... Of course you have quick attack. Why wouldn't you? Here I am just trying to raise up my Pokemon and... Tried... Oh yeah, Kaibi I think was one of the ones that we had on the sort of Kobe beef platter we had. It was like we had all these small sort of different cuts of beef to try. Like one of them was offal, which was the first one I tried, obviously, just to get it out of the way, and it wasn't too bad, just very, very sort of fatty. Mr. Funny off-model sprites. Yeah, I definitely get that, though. This Chansey looks kind of off-model, now that I think about it. Just looking like just sort of a blob there, with just sort of dead eyes. No large Pikachu. Yeah, no large Pikachu. I think my favorite out of those Wagyu cuts we had was the sirloin. Just very flavorful, very juicy, just... paired well, the sauce we had was just... I think, all things considered, of all the foods we had, the one... I don't think I was actually expecting it, but my favorite stuff to have out of all the stuff we had was the Wagyu. Chansey staring... Yeah, it's Chansey just staring into your soul. Just casually there. It's just some super weird. It's like, over here we don't tend to have beef that often, but I don't know, I just never expected beef to seem so rich in flavor. Especially when paired with the sake, which if you've looked in the server, you may have seen the chalice. That was one of the ones which we had teamed up with some nice wagyu. And more sort of a, oh hey, try, here's all these drinks, you can see how they pair with all these different foods we have here. Just, that was the Kyoto food tour, which had a lot more alcohol in it than compared to the Tokyo one. Question about Japan, you say Japan everything's like Samurai, don't ask me about commercials. Admittedly, I didn't actually watch a whole bunch of commercials. Mostly just stuck to watching YouTube stuff, and technically at a couple of the hotels we stayed at, they had free video on demand. I just watched some, ended up just watching some Sailor Moon on there, because that was like the only one I was aware of. But, yeah, it's kind of weird actually, now that I think about it, it's, with all the sakes. It may be just me, but I didn't think they seemed all that sort of heavy drinks compared to what I'm used to. Just maybe it's just all the shanties I'm used to drinking, but I don't know. Just for some reason, I was expecting the sakes to be a lot stronger in terms of getting me absolutely plastered. But I don't know. For some reason, I feel as though alcohol just sort of gravitates towards me. Like with my most recent birthday present from work, they got me some Dead Man's Fingers rum. I'm just like, okay, not sure why you felt compelled to get this for me, but you know what? You know what? You know what? Since we're here, I'm just gonna go and grab it real quick. I'll be right back. Forgot my mic was off. Yeah, they even brought me a nice little glass to drink it from, so just gonna crack it open real quick. I'm only gonna drink a little because I have work in the morning. If I can find the way to break the seal. Don't worry, I'll get into it eventually. This is gonna be quite the adventure, isn't it? Just drunk Pokemon. Maybe I should do this more often. It'll be a little more entertaining. You know, this thing really just seems... Oh. Okay, I was just looking at the wrong... There we go. Just removing the plastic seal and cork. Corky. I'm only gonna pour out a little bit here, so some free ASMR for you. Lovely. Again, this is vanilla rum, so we'll just see how it tastes. Drunk Pokemon stream, haven't done one of those in ages. Yeah, I imagine those are quite popular. Skull, I guess. That really burns the back of your throat. Starting to think that was a little bit of a mistake. Probably not gonna have a little bit too much more of that, just, for the sake of my throat. But, yeah, that felt like it hit a lot harder than the sake. Admittedly. I'm not sure whether that was actually worth it or not. Now I have all this drink to get through. Oh, there we go. There's Purine. I was wondering when you'd show up. And thankfully, since this is Gen 2, I don't have to worry about you running away. So, of course you got... Of course! Yeah, just quickly speed through that so we aren't just stuck here for ages. Vanilla Rum is brilliant, but you need to... Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Captain Morgan. It's just sort of being the, a bit of a go-to, really. Okay, I think I can afford to throw Pokeballs now. Paralyzed, low health. Work with me here, Purine. Thank you. There we go. Got Jigglypuff. Let's get jiggy with it. And let's go. I remember this from early footage from from Brawl. There we go, Pudding. Based off of pudding. Because that's what lies behind those eyes. A pudding brain. Get out of here, Oddish. I got places to be. Okay, I think we've got all the Pokemon I need to get here, so we're just gonna quickly get a move on. Better take a rest. Ugh, that tunnel from Cerulean take a lot out. Oh boy, it's time for Mount Moon. My favorites. Tripped over a rocky Pokemon, Geodude. Oh no. Yes, let's heal up. Oh, yeah, I think I actually have enough Munty now for Magikarp. I'll have to check. Hope to see. Yep, hope to see you again. If you have too many Pokemon, you should store them in the PC. Attacks Cerulean citizens. Team Rocket is always in the news. It's just like other things, which I probably shouldn't talk about on this channel. We have a slow Magikarp, just 500. What do you say? Got Magikarp. Magikarp sits in Pokemon storage. Well, don't get... Screw you. Alright, I think we're all set now. I'm gonna go back and get some more potions, actually. Hold up. It just feels so nice being able to just, move so fast in this game. This is the power of the running shoes. It's just one of those things that just feels so nice about these Romhacks. Yeah, we'll just go for another casual 200. Casual 20 Pokeballs. Don't you drink and catch. So in terms of other foodstuffs that I end up going through in Japan, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the gallery here. Let's have a look at the gallery. See if I can re-jog my memory. Obviously, those are Shiryaki. Oh yeah, I tried Calorie Mates from Metal Gear Solid 3. I didn't realize at the time that the actual color of the logo on the box actually represented flavors, so I went with the black one as default, only to realize it was cheese flavored. Because Japan really likes cheese. I've noticed. You don't see it all that often. It's more of a luxury thing since it's usually imported, but still, they really like the cheese. So they have cheese-flavored calorie mates. Generally speaking, I prefer the chocolate one. Captain Long Spice is really good at parties and literally mix it with anything. Soda Coke raspberry juice. I mean, I wouldn't really consider Calorie Mate to be a candy per se. Just yeah, I mostly just recall it from Metal Gear Solid 3 in all honesty. I did try the chocolate one as well, and I did prefer that one compared to the cheese one. Let's see, what other interesting stuff do we have on offer? Oh yeah, soy milk donuts, which made... I made the joke when eating those about feeling compelled to buy a Switch 2. Obviously, I wouldn't advise anyone buy a Switch 2 unless it's decreased in price. Let's have a look, see what other interesting stuff we had in here. Like, obviously, we had, like, fried tuna balls, sushi, which was seared on one side, which is pretty cool. Lots and lots of drinks. All funny moments, Pokemon's. Yeah, still think that sake is one of those drinks that goes down quite light. I think I wouldn't mind trying some more actually, just to see if it is the case that yeah, I can just it's just a very sort of drinkable sort of alcohol. Obviously, lots of donuts. For some reason, they felt compelled to put bacon inside donuts. Obviously, we had our ramen, which is pretty good, and some crispy chicken. Some fried chicken with our ramen, which is obviously quite nice. Generally a lot of foods that I don't remember the name of, but it's more so the case of just finding a lot of stuff where you have, like, a grill and a lot of meat which you have to put onto the grill in order to cook it. Oh yeah, tempura melon. Oh yeah, I remember. We also tried tempura melon, which was definitely a trip. There we go, ward again. And the bathrooms... Well, the main thing which I'm definitely gonna miss from Japan, of all things, is definitely gonna be the bidets. I mean, they're not I know they're not exactly unique to Japan because they were in the airports in the bathrooms of the Chinese airport we stopped at, but generally speaking, really gonna miss the bidets. It's just, I don't want to get into too much detail about it for obvious reasons, but it just felt... It's one of those things where before I went to Japan, I was constantly wondering why these aren't standard issue all over the world, and having actually tried them for myself, that's only reinforced the question of why they aren't standard issue across the entire world, because it's like... Especially if you... the sort of person who likes to be thorough, let's just say. It's just super nice as a means of, ensuring you're a lot cleaner than you normally would be, and not using nearly as much paper at the end. It just seems like such an obvious solution. Just seems like such an obvious evolution of the lavatorial experience, and it just blows my mind that they aren't commonplace outside of East Asia. It just seems like such an obvious thing to improve upon. Oh, there definitely was paper, it's just that you didn't have to use nearly as much of it, which was nice. Oh yeah, just looking through all my gallery of different foods, just saw the the big sort of tempura dish we had in our last night in Kyoto. And it's just all these different sort of tempuras. So like you got some fish, you got some shrimp, you got some sweet potato here, you got like a pepper. Just all these different tempura things, and it was all just... I don't think we anticipated there being as much as there were, but it was just the case that it was all just tasted amazing nonetheless. Just tempura, yakitori, wagyu, just all sorts of good stuff. Oh yeah, and I also tried Nigitoro. Because I wanted to. It probably wasn't worth the money we got, but it was nice all the same. Also, just a whole chicken thigh and a stick. That was a thing we tried in Kyoto. Along with that. Just looking to see if there was some more interesting stuff that we tried all the way over in Japan, and I just saw the katsu curry we had in our first night in Akihabara, and honestly, this may seem a little bit hey Sandrew, a little bit heretical considering I am British, but honestly, I really quite liked the Japanese curry. Just it's one of those things where it's prioritizes flavor over spice, and it's just one of those particular curries which I just feel is quite nice to just eat. Did I buy some oh yeah. I think you may have seen if you're on the server, but I did buy a few too many plushies. Just a few too many. To the point where we had to buy a new shelving unit, which I just put in today, in order to facilitate them all. So in terms of, I may as well just go for the list of how much plushies I consumed whilst I was over there. So from where I can see it, we have Ceruledge, Nidoran, Nidorino, Big Rolls, a small Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir, Mega Charizard X, Latias, Shiny Rayquaza, a couple of different Pikachus, like a Ninja Pikachu, a Pikachu with the Sky Tree, and a small Pikachu which I got from the Pokemon Cafe, then small Tails plush, small Shadow plush, Tonberry plush because I wanted one, big Shadow plush, then felt just compelled for some reason to get Isabelle and Sacha from Animal Crossing. Because we went to the Nintendo store in Kyoto as well, it's just like, I'm not sure if there's actually anything here that I want, so I just went with the first thing that really sort of stuck out to me, and for some reason that was Isabelle. Oh no. Oh no, Pikachu is dead. How can we possibly go on from this? Oh hey, Clefairy. Obviously, there was a lot of extra stuff there, like I got some fridge magnets and keychains from Okinoshima as well, a whole bunch of t-shirts of different stuff, like an Umbreon one, a Gardevoir one, a whole bunch of Sonic ones, just generally a whole bunch of shirts. And of course the Gunbreaker keychain, because for some reason, I still felt compelled to have some sort of memento from 14, even though I'm probably not going to be going back there anytime soon. Yay, HP up. I'm gonna give this to Dennis. Health Rose. Just wonder, what if this game has still like a Atomic Berry glitch actually, where your health just sort of went into the minuses all of a sudden. Oh yeah, and looking for all the pictures I have of various foods we had. there was this one small cafe we went to for breakfast in Akihabara, and they were doing tacos for breakfast, so I obviously decided, you know what? Tacos for breakfast, let's try it, and they were actually quite nice. And then again, I suppose you can't really do... It's kind of difficult to mess up tacos, in all honesty. Well, nice especially in the fact that they didn't contain coriander. Slash, cilantro, as you call it over there. Because, obviously, I'm one of those sorts of folks who, can't really stand the soap plant. Akihabara? Yeah, Akihabara. With all the anime stuff over there. It's where I got, some figures as well. Or more specifically, a figure. Because I wasn't sure how much I could actually fit in my case. Tacos in Japan. I was as surprised as you are. Get out of here, Rattata. Yeah, it's like as soon as Mankey gets a fighting type move, it actually becomes good. Who would have thunk it? Yeah, let me just try a Leer. See other interesting stuff over here. Just, obviously we did a little sushi place with the conveyor belts. Just sort of a light bite to eat. I will admit, when we went to the Pokemon Cafe, I wasn't actually expecting this to go, but it's just like, I think somebody cancelled the night before, so we figured, you know what, since we're here, we may as well give it a try. And, wait. Why does Zubat know Gust? Mankey, please. I'm trying here. Also, yeah, I am kind of struggling here, actually. There's kind of... Oh, more confusion, my favorite. Get over here, you. Yeah, with the dancing Pikachus and such, I can't help but feel as though I'm a little too old for that sort of stuff nowadays. I mean, obviously, there's the whole thing of the whole sentiment of just sort of embracing it, but I don't know. Part of me doesn't want to embrace it, in all honesty. Yeah, I think we're just gonna run from this one. I need to get heals. Also, really don't want to rely too much on this speed up, but I kind of feel that, when stuff drags on a little bit, I kind of feel the need to. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Hope to see you. Yep. And we're out of here. We're going for Mount Moon again. You know, I think, given how much progress we made, I think I'm going to call it once we hit Cerulean. That seems like a good place to stop. Then we could just carry on from there. I will say, though, whole team seems kind of lacking in terms of levels. I probably should amend that off stream if I can. Nice about Team Rocket. I'm talking Justin James specifically, though, in inverted colors and inverted logo that only needs the speech. Huh. Interesting. Speed actually makes the stream a lot more dynamic. Well, if you're okay with it, then I suppose we'll just hurry this up. Because I did admittedly abuse this quite a lot when I was playing through Crystal Clear a whole bunch during my trip, and honestly, I'm not sure as to whether or not you'd want to see a lot more of it here. Go for this kid, gets his Ruin City. Thanks for that. That fight just came and went. Alright, let's see what actually picked up here. I think, yep, rare candy. How are we all doing right now? Because part of me kind of feels compelled to save rare candies for the end. I don't know about you. There we go, escape rope. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. It's way bigger in here than I thought. Yes! That's normally the case with a lot of these indoor dungeons, where the interior is much bigger than the exterior. Just trying to think of some more Oh yeah! In terms of snacky stuff, whilst we weren't entirely certain as to what the food situation would be like at the Ghibli Museum, so I ended up getting like a packet of like pizza-flavored potato chips, and honestly, they were surprisingly good. Surprisingly wild, actually. The description is potato chips with a lot of saucy drops and melted cheesy bits, which, I mean, honestly, you had me at that alone. And yeah, there really were just a whole bunch of cheesy bits just on the potato chips, and, well, say potato chips, more so crisps, from where I'm from. Crisps. And they were surprisingly good, I thought. Just, probably one of the more pleasant surprises of the trip, actually. Along with stumbling across a massive, like, 500ml Pepsi can. Which definitely wasn't anticipated. Let's see, is there anything else interesting in here? Anything that I might have missed, aside from just, actually being able to try pudding, which was also surprisingly nice. I think that was the main highlights, unfortunately, so I think we're just going to, fight our way through Mount Moon as is. Vulpix fainted. Yeah, we already have a Cliff Fairy, so get out of here, you. Oh, what's this? I think there might have been another Pokeball. Don't quote me on that. Oh, hey, Magnemite, you're not a Steel type yet, so if that means I could just come in as Oddish and just, slowly but surely wear you down like that. Isn't this just so exciting? The fact that I feel the need to speed up fights like this. Alcohol to stick with fruit. Oh yeah, I did also have Pockies. I did also try Pockies whilst I was out there, though I only had the chocolate ones. I wasn't sure if I was anticipating them to be dark chocolate, but even so, they were quite satisfying to munch on. We'll definitely give it that. Yep, let's keep moving. As I keep bumping into walls. Oh, hey, it's Paris. I'm gonna be perfectly honest here, I do kind of feel the, intense desire to try using Paris. I know it's like one of the worst Pokemon in the game, but I still want to try it. Let's have a look at Paris real quick. Okay, it's just the same in Japanese as well. I'll see you soon, Paris. Because Parasect is one of those Pokemon which Dagnammit. Double kick. Finally. A good move. Why does that super nerd look like he attends heavy metal concerts? You tell me. Ah, Meg Punch. Gotta love those abbreviations. Look at that. Meg Punch. We're pulling a big job here. Get lost, kid. Oh no, we've come across the Mafia. From Mafia City. Get out of here, you.
So you are good. Find a fossil, give it to me and scram.
How about no? I'll take it for myself, thank you very much. There we go, Vulpix learned Roar. And finally, Oddish learns a Grass-type move. In order to become like the self-heal tank of the entire game. Still feel the intense desire to use Paris, though. I'll probably save it for another stream, actually. Come on, heal everybody up. Oh hey, we got Geodudes here as well. Wonderful. I'm gonna try catching. There we go, got Geodude. That was definitely worth it. Yeah, I feel I should stop abusing the speed up now. Oh, you're still. Yeah, it's like the game isn't built for me using 2% of my power, so I probably should hold off on that. And that being said, could probably just use it for all these wild encounters whilst we're at it. You know, just to be fair, let's bring Mankey and Poliwag up front now. Because it feels like Pikachu and Oddish have been taking the brunt of the levels here. Okay, we've already been through here. You come to explore too? Well, this is the only way for me to get to Cerulean, so I guess in a way I am. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Oh, you poor fellow with the Rattata. Get out of here, you. 13. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden Mankey has just transformed. Oh, and it has a flinch chance as well. Wonderful. Let's bring Poliwag into this one. See how he fares. It's still super weird to see Zubat with Gust. I mean, granted, it means that Zubat actually has a decent move in its arsenal at this point in the game, but still, it's just super weird. Guess it also doesn't help that, when I say Wing Attack is in this game, it actually... Oh, wait, Leech Life has been buffed as well, hasn't it? Yep. Because you know in Gen 1, Zubats are just super annoying and don't really do any damage. Because they usually just come at you like Supersonic, Confuse Ray, Leech Life. Just generally stuff that doesn't really deal any damage, just is super annoying. And that's not so much the case here. Whoa, you shocked me, or you just... How did I surprise you? You're like... built like a tank. I mean, saying that, I actually played Zubat. Had a Buzzball and empty stomach. I was just hit my head now empty. You should probably get some rest. Take care of yourself and try not to die. Yeah, exactly. I can just assure you right now, Dinpick, Zubat's moves generally aren't really all that good. It's really not until Crobat that he really comes into his own. And that being said, Mankey's really just sort of going off. Oh, hey, Onyx. Let's see how Mankey fares against Onyx. Pretty good, it turns out. This is me taking... Oh. Well then. Shocked again, even though I didn't use an electric type. Let's go Poliwag. It's been a while since Poliwag's been up in the spotlight. Let's see what this is. Moonstone, nice. Meaning at some point I'll be able to evolve into Nidoqueen. Alright, take care. I'll just be here, just, seeing how Bubble fares against Geodude. This is 4 times damage, mind you. And it's still like a 2-hit. Let me just... Oh yeah, I do have a whole bunch of potions, silly me. Eating Chex Mix, it helps. I'll be honest, I've never actually tried Chex Mix. I don't tend to eat a lot of cereals. It's mostly just sort of porridge for me. In your own time, Zubat. There we go. Nearly out of this mess. And of course Poliwag goes down before the end, man. Get out of here, you. Ah yes, my favorite Pokemon, Zubat. Yeah, I think it's high time we just get out of here. Chex Mix is more of a spice chip. Oh. So it's sort of like Bombay Mix then. That's the sort of first thing that comes to mind for me at the very least. Oh yeah, I also have a fighting type move for you. Let's see how this goes. Boy, do I sure love Rattata. Get out of here, you. You officially lost, pivotal battle privileges. Get out of here. Now I'm gonna have to go all the way back. Boy, do I sure love Mount Moon. Pet souls, a little toasted bread. Yeah, that does sound quite nice. Alright, back we go. And finally, Poliwag actually learns a good move. Water Gun. Look how much damage it does now. This is amazing. Let's switch Vulpix up front now. I like getting a sort of equal, even level distribution between teammates. Lot of bread. Yeah, just bread on bread on bread. That's bound to do a lot of stuff for a hangover. Just lots and lots of stodge. Lots and lots of carbs. Perfect thing for a nice glass of ale. Okay, we're nearly out of here. At long last.
Hey, stop! I found these fossils, they're both mine!
Oh boy, let's see what you have on offer. Oh, it's Grimer. Everybody loves Grimer. This is something that's, has come to my mind recently. How come Fire type isn't super effective against Poison? I know Poison already kind of sucks, but still, I feel that's one of the things that would make a lot more sense. That and Poison being super effective against Water. Because, you know, pollution. And normal type now that I think about it. Just generally I quite like the idea of Poison just being this more sort of destructive type, which has a lot of weaknesses, but also just kills a lot of stuff, because obviously it's Poison. And yet for some reason that's just sort of not the case. And Poison just has generally always been terrible up until Gen 6. When they made an entire type which was incredibly overpowered just to facilitate Poison's existence. It's kind of sad when you think about it like that. It's just the only way Poison could become good is by making it the only counter to the most broken type in the game. Anyways, hello Magnemite. Goodbye Magnemite. Yeah, I was expecting Magnemite to do a lot more damage. Yes, finally, confusion not working anymore. That's what I like to see.
Okay, I'll share.
So we have Helix, and we have Dome. Which should we pick, I wonder? Should I bother making a poll? It seems as though I'm doing so anyway. I mean, I suppose it also makes sense in the fact that poison moves generally aren't very good either, but still. We're just gonna give it a few minutes just to see what the consensus is. Because we only have one vote at the moment. I feel as though one vote isn't enough to just end the poll on. So by all means, join in. Because I'm not gonna be moving from this spot otherwise. Yeah, I'll just go for another minute. In the meantime, I will admit, in terms of the fossil Pokemons, I always found Kabutops to be the sort of cooler one, mostly again because of Pokemon Heroes. And with how vicious Kabutops seemed in that. Compared to Omastar, which just seems rather underwhelming. Never asked if I was a fan of Pokemon. I mean, I did collect them, at least a few of them, back when I was like 20 years ago or something, but generally speaking, I don't really tend to collect cards nowadays. Just seems to me like more of another just money pit dedicated to gambling, which I'm sort of averse to at this point. That and the whole scalping thing doesn't really help. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up. Snooze, you lose. Guess we are just picking, Lord Helix. God Helix. Prehistoric power.
Alright, then this one is mine.
I don't think it necessarily matters at this whole point, but, yeah, let's just carry on. We're nearly out of here anyways. Stop right there! Oh, here they come. That fossil is Team Rocket's. Surrender now or prepare to fight. And it's them. It's Jesse James. with their Jobber Poison type Pokemon, which honestly at this level I should be able to handle just fine. Just 20 level 15. Oh yeah, Acid also got buffed, didn't it? Shoot. Poliwag, I think. Yeah, that thing does a whole bunch of damage. Let's see what a water gun does. Water. Oh, and poison as well. Wonderful. Thanks, Thanks, game. Nidoran, I think. Because I can resist your poison attacks. Oh, Leer is it? Let me introduce you a little bite. We're so close to 15 as well. Oh, there's Mouth. There's good old Mouth. Oh yeah. You're fast, aren't you? And you have high crit rate. Wonderful. Okay. I'm just gonna go for the low kick and hope for the best. Growl is... Oh. You're just a bundle of laughs, aren't you? Never mind. Never mind. I'll take that. Fair and balanced. Got good old Furious Swipes as well to seal the deal. And... coughing. The Mr. Big Show himself. I will admit, in terms of Pokemon I do want to use that I haven't used previously, one of them is definitely coughing / wheezing. All appearances of Rocket in the anime have taken the form of our... Aha, I see. Yeah, I don't think this is going too well. Yeah, I don't think Mankey can survive another hit, so I'm gonna just swap into Oddish. Just go for the Leech Seed. Neutral damage from poison attacks. There we go. And now we're good. I can just sort of sit here and wait till his health is reduced to nothing. As my Absorb does damage on par with the Leech Seed. Wonderful. You are my vegetable boy. Okay, one more should do it. Good night, sweet prince. Level 15. Let's see, do we get anything interesting here? Nothing. A brat beat us? Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light. Okay, bye. Oh no, Poliwag, no. I don't have time for you, Clefairy. I need to get out. Just gotta get right out of here. I will admit, with regards to Gen 1, I have no idea what this particular stage... Oh. Got a Great Ball. Wonderful. Yeah, in Fire Red Leaf Green, this is where you get the move tutors for Mega Punch and Mega Kick. Aside from that, I have no idea what this is here. Regardless, let's just push on to Cerulean. We're nearly there. And I could just look in the fields in my own time. But for now, into the welcome arms of Cerulean City. This is where the game finally starts to become semi-good, I think. Yep, heal us up. And I think if we go in here... Look at this little funny... Look at this little gooper here with his massive eyes. just need to remember the name of this one.
I take care of injured Pokemon. I nursed this Fushigidane back to health. He needs a good trainer to take care of it now.
Oh. I think this is... she won't give it to us unless we beat, Misty, methinks, so... I think this is gonna be a good place to wrap things up for the time being. Apologies for the, scuffed nature of the stream. Hopefully, that bill already will do whatever it takes to get rare Pokemon. I wonder who that bill could be, but yeah. Thank you for bearing with me in this, wholly scuffed stream, and, hopefully next time things will go a lot smoother. But until then, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next time for the Water Flowers of Cerulean City. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.